when you start the show. Leaf and Ash are here with stories you should know. From the rustling leaves to the embers glow, they'll take you on adventures wherever you may go.
I love the intro. Welcome, guys. What's going on? It's your boy here, Panda. Guys, welcome to another episode on the Leaf and Ash podcast. As always, I'm your host, and my three compadres are always with me. Ladies and gentlemen, the boys on the big dog on the bottom left, Mr. PC Silverberg. What up, big dog?
What's up? What's up? What's up, people, man? How you doing this week?
Hanging in there. We're almost one day shy of Friday. You know what I mean? One day shy of
Yes, sure.
Friday. Guys, let me continue before we get off track here. On the bottom left, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rico Suave himself, the Cigar Don.
What's going on? What's happening, guys?
What's going on? And as always, on the top right, the one finger sensation, the pecker sensation himself, JJ, a.k.a. the Cigar Mo. What's going on, big dog?
What it do?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a treat for you. As you guys saw in the very beginning, this is our first blind taste test, smoke test, whatever you want to call it, test. And this was a cigar that was gifted, but no other than the Cigar Don. So, Don, kind of give the peeps of what we got going on. Yeah, everybody show that stick. Look at that. Yeah, do you guys see that? Yeah, buddy. So go ahead, Don. Walk us through it, man. What do we got?
So we got ourselves here a Salomon size from a boutique cigar company. I've had this stick before. I thoroughly enjoyed it, so I thought you guys would too. And I thought it would be neat to smoke it when you guys didn't know what it was, and just kind of go through it and see where we end up. I got to give special thanks to the owner of the company. And I can't say who yet, but I will. But at the end, this was something we were planning on doing when we were in Tampa, and this gentleman graciously overnighted these cigars to me so that we would have them for our trip. And Hurricane Burl had other
Plans.
Had other plans for us, and so it delayed the shipment. So it did not get here before we went to Tampa. So we decided to use tonight and give it a go.
You know, I may be partial, but these bands are beautiful.
Yeah.
So I got to ask you, what made you do the bands? And I also have a statement to make behind that. I'm looking for the name of the cigar on the band because I know you just that crafty like that.
So I was not that crafty, but there is a site on Amazon that you can design your own cigar band, and so I was just going to take off the band and send you guys the cigar, naked, and then I thought, oh, that'd be cool just to make one with our logo on it, and it was super easy. I wish I could remember the seller on Amazon, but I can't. So sorry about that, but. It was really cool. So I made some bands with our logo on it and slipped them on there and shipped them off to the boys.
That's cool. That's pretty cool, man. But much appreciated too.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Don.
All right. So, Don, what are the boundaries in regards to the questions? Because are we allowed to ask origin, blends, etc. like that? Are we allowed to do that?
Let me see if I can find that information. But yeah, I think I know the information, but I want to make sure I have it up just in case. But
okay.
yeah.
Well, you looking that up, guys? What are you guys getting on the dry pour?
Me personally, I'm getting a lot of hay. I got some chocolate, but mostly hay right now. But to look at this thing, man, you look like you're just gonna get a chocolate bar all the way through.
What about you, JJ?
I'm right there with them. Like you said earlier, this thing's a haystack. And so far, I get that. I know when I was just sniffing on it earlier, definitely get some variation of chocolate.
No, I'm definitely. I can see where you guys getting the hay. I get more earthiness.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Definitely, some type of sweetness. Not a whole lot just yet, but on the one pull, I got a little hint of pepper. You know what I mean? Um, I see you guys did a straight cut on yours. I did an angle cut on mine. You see that?
Mhm.
Or
I
you
did,
do
I did
a
straight
V
cut.
cut? V cut, JJ. What you could do?
No, just straight guillotine.
All
Yeah,
right.
and I did the same.
So, all right, guy. Let's toast this bad boy up and see what we got. But while we're doing this, how's everybody's day going? How's everybody's day?
Me personally, I had a short day, man. It was kind of quiet. I can appreciate that. Didn't have a lot of work like I did last night. So I'm good. Today was a good day. Yesterday was an even better day, even though it started off rough.
Yeah. So it was a pretty good day at work. It was actually really cool today on one of our biggest and most strenuous days of the week, which was nice. Um, had to come home and get my daughter up from school. She got yeeted in the forehead by a stick at recess,
Mm,
but she's all good. She's a strong girl.
that'll leave a mark, huh?
Oh yeah, we had to strip it up.
All right. I mean, my day was long, as you guys know. It's just been busy, and tomorrow's going to be even longer for me. But just trying to be very proactive on what I'm doing right now. I've been hitting a lot of dead ends, kind of putting some feelers out there in the street for me. But what you call it? I mean, it's just sometimes that's part of the game. You know what I mean? You go hunting, you go play hide and seek, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and then you hit that reset button for the next day. And that's been me for the whole week. You know, I
Yeah.
always seem to be, for whatever reason, like a step behind this guy, man. But eventually, I'll catch my guy.
Oh yeah,
Can't run forever.
mm, mm.
Well, you got to remember, people are creatures of habit,
Yep, absolutely.
and we don't break our habits very much or that often.
Mm. All right. Has anyone getting into that pepper?
I'm getting a little bit of pepper.
Like I got it quick, man. The minute I lit it up, the pepper hit it quick. No?
for some reason, especially now that I'm smoking this, I don't know if he's going to answer the question or not, but this wrapper tastes like a sun-grown wrapper.
Negative.
Negative.
To me, it's either Habano, or I mean, I look at the white ash. It could be San Andreas. You know what I mean? Let's start there. Let's start with the wrap. Is it San Andreas?
Negative. The wrapper is a Nicaraguan Maduro.
Nicaragua.
Oh wow.
Let me tell you something. I ain't gonna lie. To me, it almost tastes like a Habano Maduro. Because of that spiciness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let me start writing my notes here.
Hmm.
So the wrapper is Nica Maduro. All right.
Yep.
Boy, was I wrong.
All right. Is it okay? Here's another way. Is it a puro?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No. Almost, but not quite.
So you got a lot. How many regions do we have in this?
So I don't mind telling you guys so the wrapper is Nicaraguan Maduro, the binder is Nicaraguan, and the filler is Esteli, Jalapa, and Condega.
Yeah, it's a puro.
Yeah, it is a puro. Then yeah, it's
So
all from
I
Nicaragua.
wasn't sure with the Condega if that was Nicaraguan or not. So
What's a puro?
So
Okay.
a puro. Okay. All right. Hey Jay, we got to say it right. Un puro. Okay, puro.
Puro.
Not puro. Okay, puro. Come on now. So it's a puro Nicaraguan stick. All right. So I have a couple of ideas of, and I kind of threw that at you. And you said it's a super boutique cigar.
yes,
Now, are they known in multiple states?
define known. I mean, I'm in Texas, and I know about them, and I know other people in Texas who know about them, and they're not available that I know of in many brick and mortars. Put it that way.
Oh, okay.
I know they are in a few, but and I'm not going to say where because it'll give it away. But I know they are available in a few brick and mortars, but I don't think in many states.
It's got a super clean retro.
Like I said, that pepper's coming through.
Oh yeah.
But you know what though? The pepper, I'm tasting it too, but I'm not getting the burn on the retrohale. I'm not getting the pepper burn on the retrohale.
Absolutely, I agree with you 100% on that.
I get the pepper on my tongue and maybe at the back of my palate, but it's nothing crazy.
I agree with these. It definitely in the beginning, but it definitely in the back end of the palate.
Mm-hmm.
PC, what says you? You look deep in thought, man.
I'm still tasting the hay.
Mm.
I haven't gotten to the well, just a little bit, not much.
It's funny because the pepper came to me the minute I lit it. Yeah, the minute I lit it, the pepper kicked in real quick. But let me cleanse my palate. Hold on.
You know, and I
Let me
wonder
clear my throat.
that hits you
Help me, babe.
because that's what you like to look for. I wonder if that's how it hits your senses a little quicker.
Mm.
Because that's what you look for when you smoke. That's something you really enjoy. I wonder if that has like something in the brain that you're always just searching for it because you enjoy that out of a stick.
I do.
Because my thing's cedar. I love having cedar in a stick. It's just, I think that's cedar and earth. That's why I've always been drawn to punch because punch is pretty earthy. But Don,
So how do you guys feel about the draw on it?
tight at first, but it's loosening up.
I agree.
Which that's
I
Yeah, PC.
the draw is loosening up, or you got to find your sweet spot. But I'm also getting almost like a citrus, almost like an orange peel, almost like an orange peel.
I know the aroma off this cigar is good. I like just the smell of it. It's got a pleasant smell as it burns.
But Don, you caught me when I'm kind of competitive. I don't want to be wrong, but I guess there's no wrong answer to the test.
So for me, the draw was a little tight when I started, but once it gets into the kind of the fatter part of the Salamone, it loosened up pretty well for me, and it's a pretty nice draw now. It's not so loose that it's just breathing air, but it's not so tight that it's
Which
that
me,
gives you a headache.
where this is setting right here is about where I like mine. I like mine to be slightly restricted anyway. Like on that multi-tool you bought us and gave us to us in Tampa, that smallest punch, I use that thing a lot because I like a little restricted.
You talking about the number? Yeah, I just used the poker right now, and they open. And I think a lot has to do with the angle cut that I did. On mine. You know what I mean? But it's opened up.
When they go to bunch this stick, it'd be hard not to restrict it a bit as they're bundling and wrapping this bad boy. But like I said, so far this is a beautiful cigar, and this is like the 5th time I've told him that whoever made this, their attention to detail was wonderful.
So I told you, oh, what the heck happened to me?
Yeah, I'm getting that citrus, that orange peel. I'm getting an orange peel.
I can now that you said that, it wasn't prominent on the palate, but now that you said that and I'm looking, I can see what you're saying, that orange peel or maybe like the taste you get on the rim of the glass of a old fashioned,
Right. Right.
Not something that's going to blow you away, but
yeah.
It's like a zest almost.
Yeah. That's the
All
best way to describe it, a zesty.
So as we get through the first third of the cigar, I got a couple questions for you guys about new cigars and cigars you haven't tried before. So my first one is, what do you look for or hope for when you're trying a cigar for the first time? I'll start with you, Panda. What are you looking for when you're trying a cigar for the first time? What are you searching for? What are you hoping for?
Now you're talking about when I walk in a humidor, if something catches my eye, or just when I
Somebody hands you a stick you've never had before, and you say, "I'll give it a try." What are you hoping that stick has in it?
a lot of pepper, a lot of pepper. That's and to me, I like you guys know, I love that spiciness. I love that punch in the mouth. I love that pepper. It's just like my bourbon or anything that I drink. You want to know that you're drinking something or you're smoking something.
Yep.
I don't mind a light smoke in the morning because you're starting your day, but anything after that, I'm looking for that consistency of the burn, well constructed. If I see a cigar that's very veiny, I know it's going to be a battle.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be an issue. You know what I mean? And I'll try to push through it. But I'm definitely looking at the construction, how it's burning. Is it burning even? Right? Even though this one has to me, I don't like this. To me, is not a vein. I think this is just the way it got wrapped.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, on my cigar.
Right.
You know what I mean? But to me, that's what I'm looking for. As far as the notes, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that spiciness, that earthiness, that punch in the mouth of like the minute you light it up, be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna enjoy this.
Yeah.
So that's
So
what
when
I'm looking for.
So when you're talking about a mainstream cigar, kind of like the M81, that first puff, you're getting a cigar, you're getting a pepper bomb.
Yeah, and you know what? LFD is also
Right,
is
right, same
notorious for you know when you smoke an LFD, it's gonna be a spice bomb. You absolutely know what you're getting. Like I said, outside of the bull, pretty much everything that LFD rolls, it's gonna pack a punch. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that, yeah, definitely.
So JJ, what are you looking for when you try a cigar for the first time?
In a lot of ways, me and Panda similar. I like the earth, like almost pungent earth is what I like. I like the spice. I always try my best to find either like a cedar note or like an oakiness. I like, this might sound weird, but I like it when it has a rough retrohale. I just something about I enjoy. Um, uh, as long as it burns well, that's a big thing for me because that just goes to show, quality construction. If it at least burns well, because a lot of the times bad burns on you, the smoker, and I do that a lot. Yeah, as long as I don't get a bitter taste and it burns well and has plenty of smoke, I'm pretty happy with mine. What says you, PC?
Well, I'm looking at it like this. Of course, I'm always going to look for a stick that's creamy, and I also want it to burn pretty much even. And I look for something with a lot of flavor, something that's going to give me that experience. So, yeah,
Check that out.
so yeah, that experience, baby. So, and I'm also looking for something with the pepper. I like a pepper bomb every once in a while. So, I want something I can take my time and smoke, and just kind of let my stresses of the day, let my cigar take me where I need to be, so I can deal with whatever I'm dealing with. So that's basically what I look for. Something creamy, a little peppery, well constructed, and that's going to burn pretty even or whatnot.
So for me, I look for kind of the same thing. I want a flavor that's unique. I don't, if I'm trying something new, unless it's like, hey, try this cigar because it tastes like X cigar. Like, try the cigar because it tastes like a Liga 9 or it tastes like if it's just something unique, I want to taste that uniqueness. I don't want them to be like somebody else,
Hmm.
And so for me, that's what I look for in a brand new cigar. Like, okay, does this have its own flavor? Does it have its own identity? Am I gonna know that I'm smoking that cigar? Type thing. And then of course, I think like everybody else, I like the spiciness. It was funny. So I smoked another cigar today that the first time I tried it, I was like, oh man, that is a peppery, spicy cigar. And then with what we've been smoking of late, I smoked it again today. I was like, that's actually pretty mild.
Oh yeah.
like I had a newfound liking for the cigar because I was like, that wasn't as spicy as I remember it being.
Yeah, but it also says a lot, right? Because we're talking about different flavors and different cigars. I think that's one of my enjoyments of boutique cigars. You know, they bring that different element. You know what I mean? Because those are the gamblers. Those are the guys that are taking the chance and mixing different blends. You know, and we've had this conversation a few times in the sense that you know, these guys are willing to take that chance because they want to stick out. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And just like you guys, I'm that guy that goes out looking for something new. You know what I mean? Because you know what? You could go to any store and you could find a Padron, you could find a Drew Estate, you could find Foundation, you could find LFD, you could find, you know what I
Yep.
mean? These are going to be the basic cigar companies that you're going to always find. But there's always that diamond in the rough, right? That as you walk in, you be like, "Ooh, what's that?" You know, I'm like, you know what? It looks good. No veins. It has that shiny wrapper that I enjoy because you know it's going to be an oily cigar. It's going to be a smoky cigar. I'm hoping for pepper. And it either surprise you or disappoint you, one or the other, right?
Yeah.
But this is what I truly enjoy about these new companies that are out there coming out and experimenting and stuff. I absolutely love boutique cigars. I don't think that they're promoted enough. I think it's people like us that we're willing to, take that gamble with them and just at least try it because I'm always willing to try something at least once.
Right.
Mhm.
Because because you never know. You know, there might be out there, and we had, there's a particular female that we all enjoy her cigars. Unfortunately, is no longer around at the moment. But hopefully, she gets back on the horse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but yeah, I absolutely. I mean, it's a great, conversation to have in regards to boutique. We definitely got to do something like that in the near future.
But it also depends on your taste buds and stuff at the time that you're giving the stick what you're looking for because you know what you've eaten is like because like if you had tacos with salsa and stuff like that, my first instinct is like, okay, I'm gonna get a little pepper out this thing just because my palate has experienced tacos or whatever. So you also have to ask that question. And far as boutique cigars, oh yeah, man, I'm always gonna try something different.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
So, along the same lines, is there anything that is an instant turnoff to a brand new cigar for you? Like instantly, like nope, can't do it.
So I'll answer that question. I can tell you right now, you can't get me to smoke a Candela.
So instant turnoff would be Candela. If it's green, you ain't smoking it.
I'm not because I know that type of bitterness I don't care for, and it does not agree with me at all. And that Candela is such an acquired taste. You know what I mean? You got to like, and I've yet to find that acquiredness. You know what I mean? It's just something I think for me it ruins my experience. You know what I mean? And to me, trying them because I've tried them on multiple occasions, but for whatever reason, that particular tobacco does not agree with me. So that's an instant turn off. You know what I mean? That and if I see a cigar that's extremely veiny, you know what I mean? Because it's going to be extremely dirt tasting, earthiness, and the battle that you're going to have constantly trying to keep it lit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's
Right.
those are definitely two big, heck no, I don't want nothing.
So a follow up to that. What about a cigar that is a barber pole that has some Candela in it? Is that still a turn off to you, or is it that might be a maybe?
You know what? I'll be honest with you. I've never had one. I've never had one because of the fact that I don't care for the Candela, and the problem with Candela is such an overpowering tobacco. So I would think that maybe probably with the San Andreas wrapper with the sweetness to it, it might balance it out. But you know what? I'm just too afraid to try it in the sense of that it's going to be a disappointment. I would have to probably try. And mind you, they don't make barber poles in Robustos for the most part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'll be willing to try something in Robusto, something that's really short smoke, that if I don't like it, I could toss it, and if not, if I can push through it, I'll push through it, and it's not going to be that long of a smoke.
Mhm.
But what says you, JJ?
My say, and I've ran this horse over a million times. The taste on my lip or my tongue, the bitterness after a few pulls, because that just, to me, it's just, I'd say a sign of just not too high of a quality of tobacco. So that just lets you know it's just because I can't do the bitterness on my lips and burn. If burn says a lot to me. If it takes half my lighter to get you lit, and then every half inch I'm having to touch you up or relight you, I don't want to smoke you.
Yeah.
What about you, PC?
Well, I got to say the larger sticks now. I've gotten so accustomed to just 6x60 or 5x54, something of that nature, or Robusto or something of that nature. It's the larger sticks, man, because I look at it now compared to what I used to smoke with the larger sticks. You don't get the same flavor, and that's what I'm smoking for. And I just need to be on that level where I can enjoy my stick. Like JJ said, I don't want something that's going to be bitter. If it's bitter and I got to fight all the way, to the flavors, that's going to be an instant turn off, And a lot of those sticks, you find that in the second or the third, that it's a beautiful stick. And if it's smoking too hot, sometimes that tobacco just smoke way too hot, and
So it's
that's
more
just
the
that's
gauge.
some,
So it's more the ring gauge you're talking about, right?
yeah, more the ring gauge.
Oh yeah, I'm there with you, man. 60's my max, man. Well, okay, let me. I said 64 only because of the chunk. I had to put that out there. I had to put it
Yeah.
out there.
Right.
Yeah.
But BC, that's a valid point because anything after that, no, thank you. I'm good.
Diminishing returns at that point.
And that's
Yeah.
what I feel like you're getting.
Yeah, and I'm with you. The 64 with the chunk because it's such a good cigar, but the 60 is probably my. I'll smoke some of those bigger ones. Just we're all doing an experiment or something, and I'll smoke one just to say I did. But I really haven't enjoyed thoroughly anything bigger than those what we're talking about. Like I haven't gotten done with the cigar and went, man, that was a really good smoke, man. Because
And some of them anymore, they're the size of a used paper towel roll. I mean, you almost pop a lung trying to get a draw off of it.
Well, you think you're in a Cheech and Chong movie.
Yeah, that's another issue, right? The longer the stick, right? Because I know, Don, you smoked that 100 by what?
10 by 100, yeah.
10 by 100, right? I mean, there's a couple of things with that, right? Because to me, the longer the stick, the harder the draw, right? Because you got to, when you're pulling, you got that long length of a cigar to pull. But to me, is the amount of time it takes to smoke that cigar.
5.5 hours.
5.5 hours it took you. See, I wouldn't last probably no more than 2 hours. Then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to burn my palate out. And guess what? You know what's going to happen? Anything after that, I'm not going to be able to enjoy because my palate has been shot for that day. That's why I've never even tried like the Woody or the Digger or any of that stuff. You know what I mean? Because to me, it's not enjoyable for me.
Yeah.
And we know guys enjoy that stuff.
Yeah, the other thing is, actually drawing on the cigar helps keep it lit, and so those bigger cigars with the harder drawing, you got to, you're pulling through 7 inches or 8 inches of and in the case of that one was 10 inches. I had a really hard time keeping it lit. I probably lit that thing 25 times in 5 hours,
It's almost like you need a draw buddy. Your turn, bud. You got lost draw.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know what, guys, I agree, man. To me, the length and the ring gauge is so, like, I couldn't do a 78. Now, mind you, I've tried like the camshaft by CAO, the flatheads. I've had that, I think that was a
770.
770.
That box press.
It's a great cigar, just too long. Like
It's the resonator.
Which one?
The one you're talking about, the 7, or I know one of you guys have smoked the resonator before.
I did the resonator. That's the 860.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. So like that's the black and silver label, the one I'm talking about, the camshaft. That was a great stick. I mean, I smoked it, but it was just such a. It was just like the first third, and mind you, having that long, the first third is that long. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
So it's so not normal. But after I got down to the second, once I got to the second third, then it started smoking like a regular stick for me, like a 660. You know what I mean?
Right.
You
Right.
know, which was great for me. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just can't. But look at this ash, man.
Oh, it's
Oh, that's serious.
Listen, guys, you know what I'm tasting now? Some like almost like it's almost nutty, almost like I don't know if it's almonds or cashews. It's one of those two, you know, that's coming through, especially on the retro hail. On the retro, that's what I'm getting.
I can meet you with the cashew.
Yeah,
I can meet you there.
you know, but I kind of want
I
to
got-
go back to the stick, but
So
yeah.
I gotta say, my stick is a little soft, so I'm fighting it just a little bit to, you know, pull the smoke. It's not as smoky as I would like for it to be, for me to taste some of those notes. So I'm kind of fighting it because it's a little soft.
Oh, that means you got way too much humidity, buddy. You better check that humidor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, you better check the humidor. If you're getting that chewiness of a cigar, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what else you got for us, Don? Because I have a few ideas of what I think it is, but
okay, so my next question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good does a cigar have to be to you to recommend to your a brand new cigar, a cigar that your friends haven't smoked before? How good does a cigar have to be to you to recommend it to your friends?
from a scale of 1 to 10,
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
somewhere in there.
okay. So pretty much you know the guys at the shop, right? You know my guys, the ones that I can pretty much hang out with on a daily. For me to recommend a cigar, it's got to be at least an 8. And I'll tell you why. Because, and it's not only that, because what I have found, and I don't know about you guys, but you know, some of our followers, they go out and look for sticks that we talk about.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So I find myself a lot more cautious when there's something new, and and I go, this is a great stick, because you know what? Now you putting your reputation on the line. You know what I mean? But as far as like the guys I'm on the norm, that I kind of know pretty much what everyone, especially my best friend, you know, I kind of know where he's at. Him and I pretty much have the same palate. You know, it's got to be an 8. It has to be an 8 because, you know, I'll tell you what, like the CAO Brazilians, let me tell you, I put that as an 8 only because it's a different profile than we normally smoke.
Yeah.
Because of that Mata Fina. Because there aren't that many Mata Fina cigars outside right now. Although, like even today, I smoked the Dia de Gloria, that Brazil, that I told you guys I'm going to send you guys. That is a phenomenal stick. I know guys make fun of me because I use the word phenomenal a lot. But, you know, to me, that's a super dude. That bad boy, it's a good. Wait till you guys try that. That's something I can't wait for you guys to smoke. But it has to be 8, at least an 8. For me to go, hey, this is worth you buying and spending the money, especially if the price point's up there. You know what I mean? Because you know how it is that some people go, man, is it worth $15? Or the opposite, you get if it's like an $8 stick, they start questioning it, and people have that tendency of confusing that because it's this much, that's how good the cigar is, or if it's this much, that's how bad it's gonna be, and it's so opposite, right?
Yeah.
Because
Right.
we've had those experiences. You know, we've had those $15 and above cigars, and they're absolutely trash. And we had $5, $6, $7 cigars, and they were like, "Holy crap, where the heck has this been?" You know.
Yeah.
And that to me fell with the CAO Brasilia. You know, it was worth me telling people to go out and look for it. You know, and you know, especially when that we had that flash sale over there with that particular individual. You know, we went bananas on that cigar, to the point that my best friend bought some with me, and another buddy of mine at the shop bought a box, and they absolutely love it. And if it
I
wasn't
think,
recommend, they would have never even tried it.
and I think that situation there, that flash sale that we had, is the reason I even tried it. I probably, I wasn't a huge CAO fan at the time, other than the flathead. I like, but I said, well, I've never heard of this cigar. Let me, and we all kind of got into it at that point. And we went, man, this is a really good cigar. Holy crap, So
Yeah.
I'll tell you that another hint on this cigar. This falls in about the $12 price range.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
that's good to know.
A 5-pack was $60.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. So, JJ, I'm gonna pass the question to you.
Okay. I think it depends on how well I like that friend. You know what? One of y'all, 7, 8. That's a fair number. 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's like the Tabernacle. To me, that's an 8 all day long. Great cigar. Or if it's one of my friends, I might tell him a 2. I might tell him to smoke a 1876.
I was waiting for it. Listen, I'm bringing the whole box to my fantasy football cookout Sunday because, hey, man, knock yourselves out, guys, because there's a bunch of guys that don't really smoke. You know what I mean? I'm like, knock yourself out. Take as many as you want, please. I'm sorry. Go ahead, JJ.
And that's and Panda was 100% right. As the price increases, you want to be damn sure that 8 you say is an 8, because you're going to tell this thing's going to knock your socks off, and he's like, it's like I smoked the sock. It's terrible. I'd say it depends on how much I like you.
Yeah.
What about you?
Hey, I got this
Yeah.
great cigar, 1876. You're gonna love it, I promise.
Yeah, I'm with you, JJ. It's got to be a 7 or 8, and not for an experienced smoker. It's for somebody that that if that's all I got, and I know it's an inexperienced smoker, I want to give him something good because I don't want to run him away. I want him or her away. I want to bring them into the cigar community and stuff like that. So I'll share something with them. Probably not a 8 or 9, but more like a 7 or a 7. So I want to keep them around. But if it's one of you guys, I'm gonna try to give you that 8 or that 9 if I can. So and hopefully that is something that I'm introducing you to that you haven't had. So that's where I'm at with that. So
And that's what I was kind of
how
thinking
about
too. Like for you guys, if I was giving you a cigar, I would want it to be an 8 or a 9 because I know you guys, I know your palate, not necessarily how good of a friend somebody is, and I
Mhm.
know you're half joking there, JD, but for you guys, I know your palates are that if I give you a 7, if I give you a 6, you're gonna be like, I could have went down there and got a 6 myself, So,
Well,
but then on the other hand, and this leads into another question, amongst your friends that are not, say, your lounge friends, you're just your casual friends that are you guys kind of known as the cigar guy? So you're going to bring the cigars, and and in that case, like you said, you're bringing the whole box of 1776s. If somebody's not an experienced smoker and they're not going to appreciate a Padron or a Tabernacle or something like that. So in that point, in that case, I'm okay with giving them a less expensive cigar or less, I know we don't use that other word here, and but something that's not as treasured in our cigar world.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely that guy because that's everyone talked about. Pete, what are you bringing? What are you bringing? What are you bringing? Last year we had the fantasy get together here at my house, and there's only certain people I allowed to raid my humidor, and they already had sticks already ready for those that I know that aren't regular smokers, because I want you to enjoy the cigar, you know what I mean? But it's like, to me, it's like, I'm not gonna give you my bottom shelf. I'm not gonna say, hey, take whatever you want from the. No. Listen, the top 2 shelves is whatever you could grab, and those are. And even then, I'm like, yeah, depending on who you are.
Well, and nothing's more frustrating than giving somebody that access to the bottom shelf or top shelf, however you categorize it, and then taking 6 drags off it and setting it in the ashtray and letting it burn out. You're like,
dude, I would lose my ish if somebody grabbed my 80th anniversary, took 3 puffs, and I saw it in an ashtray sitting there. I would lose it. And it ain't even, mind you, it ain't even about the $37 price point on it. It's more about, dude, do you understand what you're smoking? Like nah. Honestly, you know what I'm thinking of doing? I'm thinking of buying a bundle of the factory smokes.
Mhm.
For most of these guys. I don't know about a bundle. I'm probably gonna grab a handful, maybe 10, you know, and hand those out. And there's a couple of guys, like I said, that I know that do smoke. I'm bringing some limited stuff that I have, you know,
Right.
because I know they'll enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That these guys are actual smokers, you know, and but yeah, yeah, to me, yeah, there's nothing more frustrating than to give someone a good cigar, especially when they say that they smoke. You know what I
Right.
mean? And then you're like, yeah, you're not a smoker, buddy. You're not
Right.
a smoker.
Right.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
I had a friend of mine that I hadn't seen in a while, and he met me at the lounge, and I thought I'm gonna go out. So I bought a couple of Placencia Sixtos, and probably an hour and 15 minutes into us there, he's like, "All right, man, I gotta get out of here." All right, man. So we gave the bro hug, and as he walked out, I looked in the ashtray, and there was 6 inches of that, or 5 inches of that Sixto left. I'm like, "You got to be kidding me!" Like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I'll say, I'm that guy in my group. It's like I know you bringing some bangers or something like that, and I'm going through my mind. It's like, okay, what have I seen these people smoke or whatnot? And I promise you, I got people from high school I hadn't seen in 30 years that know I'm the guy now. They want they want to get into the plug. Hey man, send me some cigar. Hey dude, what's my name?
Yeah,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Those
So, how many grandkids?
1876s, but you let me know. I'll send you some.
Yeah.
Hey bro,
Send you a few.
hey, hey, I'll mail them out too. Hey, this is compliments. So, but yeah, you run into those people that knows that you're the guy. But like I said, the rule of thumb when I first started smoking, when I was on YouTube University, man, first thing they said, if you got somebody that's not a cigar smoker, you don't want to give them your prized possession. You want to introduce them to, a less expensive cigar, something that won't, turn them completely off and stuff of that nature. So, and that's what I kind of do. I kind of gauge who the smoker is, what their palate might be like, and let them make up, and then I'll set a menu out for them. Hey, you can take anything off this table. And I've given out a few padrones to a couple people, and dude, they still have them because all they want is something with a little cognac in it or something of that nature. And it's not that I'm down in them smoking cigars with cognac, but I gave you something good. I want to know what you think about it. So
Mhm.
I don't want to wait 6 months to hear what you had to say
Yeah.
about that cigar. But what say you, Jay?
Well, for me, and for you guys and a very few select friends here, I'm gonna pull something out of the captain's cupboard. Um, at least more, at least experienced friends. I'm not gonna go with the long field cigar with them. I'm gonna give them a short field, Cuban sandwich, because they ain't gonna know the difference anyway. Because chances are they're gonna just waste it. Um, so, like I said, something around the factory smokes, maybe get a couple Maduros and some sun groans and maybe a Connecticut or two thrown in there, or the Casa de Garcia. You guys know I actually love them cigars. The Nicaraguas. I'd hand them something out like that because you can get 20 of them for like $39. If like me, if they throw it at a spider or a snake, no harm, no foul. I'll give you another one.
You got to throw the Gloria Cubana in there.
Yeah, yeah. If I like you enough, I'll let you. I'll let you smoke the girl.
You share your lady with them.
Hey, I got her picture right there.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I see it, man. That is hilarious.
Hmm.
Well, I have a question for you guys. What would you consider to be your favorite blend? Like, what tobacco would you guys consider? What says you, Don?
So my favorite tobacco so far is it's changing because of the CA of Brasilia. I really love that cigar. Every time I smoke it, I go, man, I really like this cigar, man. Why not? But my favorite tobacco to date right now is Connecticut Broadleaf. I think it has a nice. I think it has a nice sweetness to it. I think it has a nice retrohale to it, and I think it has the perfect amount of pepper and spice to it, which is, I like a little bit of that stuff. I don't love it to be overpowering. And so the Connecticut broadleaf has been one of my favorite cigars. I don't smoke it enough. I should, but is the Nica Rustica broadleaf. That thing is such a good cigar and such a good flavor. I like the flavor, kind of that pungent flavor that you get from it. So that's my favorite tobacco so far. It's that favorite blend, something that has broadleaf in it.
Yeah. How about you, JJ?
As a whole, Honduran tobacco is my favorite. My favorite cigar is a Honduran Puro, and that's a punch cigar.
You like the earthiness.
I like the earthiness that Honduras.
Honduras cigars are very earthy.
Yep, that's in any, what's it, the Yamastron Valley? Yeah, in Honduras, I think they have some of the best tobacco in the world.
Wow.
Hey.
Okay.
Honduras.
Okay. Those are fighting words of people with Esteli. I'm just saying.
I know.
Hey, man.
Hey, I love Esteli's doing it good.
Esteli, yeah, dude. Anything Esteli and Jalapa, especially Esteli, everyone knows if it comes from Esteli, and especially if it's coming from the AJ Fernandez factory. You know what I mean? His fields are just ridiculous. It's just sick. But that's another topic for another day. How about you, PC?
Well, I got to tell you, I'm really stuck on a Habano. Something with that Sumatra, something with that sun grown and stuff like that. So Nicaragua, anything Nicaraguan, I'm on it. You know what I mean? So I love a Nicaraguan blend.
Yeah, I'm torn. I'll be honest with you guys, because I love that Mexican San Andreas.
Yeah,
and I'm a big San Andreas, and to Don's point, I've told you guys I'm on this big Matafina kick.
Yeah,
that Brazilian tobacco is just something about it. AJ, like I said, that Dia de Gloria, his latest stick, Brazil. Dude, you want to talk about a puro, like a pure Matafina punch, and oh my god, like I said, I cannot wait till you guys get this cigar, because I honestly think if you think that the Brazilian, it takes the Brazilian to a whole new level. Let me tell you something. This, I promise you, and like I said, just get ready for a nice punch in the mouth. That Matafina, it's a great tobacco. I would love to do something with Matafina. I ain't gonna lie with that type of tobacco. But those are my two. I'm constantly going back and forth between the Matafina and the San Andreas. It's just, and it seems that a lot of people have gravitated to the San Andreas, and because for whatever reason, you add that wrapper, that tobacco to any cigar, it elevates it. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. But I also say that about the Matafina. I think that if you use the Matafina tobacco, I think it takes whatever blend you put together, hopefully it blends well and it just takes it to that next level. But yeah, I was curious in regards to as far as blends and tobacco and stuff like that.
It's like that Aladino Corojo Reserve that Don and I smoked in Tampa. The binder, the filler, and wrapper, it's all just Corojo. And I think that's that Aladino Corojo is what I'm like. You want to know what? I think I'm I like to hit all the regions, but I'm really stuck on the Honduran thing right now.
That's a strong. That tobacco is very strong.
Yeah.
I mean?
Just kind of pungent. I like that.
Yeah, I'm saying there's so many good tobaccos. And once again, I go back to boutique cigars.
Mm-hmm.
These are the guys that are gambling with those tobaccos.
You can't afford to gamble, and you got the guys with all the resources. You're like, no, we've been doing the same thing for 100 years. We're not changing.
Yeah, to me, it's all about the what? Cigar line. What? Yeah. Come on, guys. Come on, line. Let's go. What? Let's go. I had to throw that out there. I apologize. I just had to throw it out there.
You're good.
But we can take you nowhere.
So, does anybody have any guesses on the cigar yet?
I don't know, but I'm just starting to get that little bit of that pepper though.
Yeah.
Just starting to get it, and I'm almost finished with the second, third.
I know I'm excited for him to tell us what it is because I wouldn't mind buying a few more. It's a good stick. But as far as me thinking who it is, I have no idea.
What about you, Panda? I can see the wheels turning.
I told you, the cigar itself reminds me, and I told you, but I'll tell you, I'll give you my and I think I had brought this up before. To me, this reminds me of the J.C. Newman. What is it? I wrote it down. The Cuban. What is it? The Cuban roller. You know what I mean? The stick identical. You know, is it J.C. Newman? Well, you said the owner, so I doubt.
Yeah. I wasn't talking to Eric.
Dude, that'd be dope though. Having Eric just overnight or something like that, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just, but it really does remind me of the. So it's not J.C. Newman.
It's not.
Well, I throw out my first guess. Anyone else?
I'm stumped.
Ultra Boutique. God, I don't know.
Have you met this guy before? Have you met him before, or is it just on?
I haven't met him in person. I've spoken to him on the phone and through his social media.
See, that changes a lot. Hold on.
Ooh.
Is it Caldwell?
Negative.
Yeah, because that's right around that Ultra Boutique line.
The Lost and Found, I'm thinking about.
No.
No,
Lost
he
and
has
Found. Have you guys ever seen that stick? It just hit me that too. All right, well, I'm 0 for 2.
I'll give you guys now that we're into the second and thirds of these cigars. I'll give you an even better hint. And excuse my French, but the company is the No Bullshit Company.
No bullshit company. No bullshit company.
Oh bullshit!
Bullshit. Huh.
I hesitated to give you guys that earlier before we did this because I thought you would go look that up. But yeah.
I'm trying to think. It's not veteran owned, is it?
I don't know that answer. I don't know.
Golly. Any guesses? Am I the only one going to be failing here? What the heck, man?
We're all grasping at straws.
It definitely is a good steak. I mean, this is something I definitely will buy again.
You guys, so I'm close to getting into the third here, and I'm getting so I went from that pepper like you said, and I went into that nuttiness, and now I'm getting back into the kind of the hay and the earthiness into that third. So I'm enjoying the transitions of it, man. This is
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, that's wonderful.
Well, I have to say, if I this is one that I would pass out to you guys when you would come. If you come here, it's like, hey, let's smoke this.
It's not a CLE, is it?
Not a CAO?
no.
Oh, 0 for 3.
It's not a mainstream company that you guys that a normal cigar smoker would know off the top of their head.
No.
0 for 4.
Listen, you got me stumped, man.
You guys let me know when you're ready for the reveal.
Not
It's
yet.
time for the big.
Yeah.
It's not ready for the reveal yet.
Well, these guys need to give a guess, man. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I said CLE, and that shit.
And you said Maduro, right?
Nicaraguan Maduro wrapper. Yep.
Well, while you guys are figuring it out.
Hold up. He said that the owner of the stick doesn't speak very much English.
No, I never said that. Nope, that's not true.
I thought you said that the other day.
He's telling stories over here,
He's
man.
he's he speaks very, very good English.
Okay.
Well,
That's a
you guys trying to figure out. Nicaragua.
You gotta work with me. I'm trying to pull my Jedi mind tricks.
Yeah, listen, you got me stumped, man. It's
Okay, what region is the cigar from again?
Nicaragua.
Hmm.
It's a Nicaraguan Puro. But the gentleman is not Nicaraguan.
And
Every day is a cigar day.
yeah, I can say he's $12. Yeah, that's not a bad stick. I mean, that's not a bad
Mm-mm.
man. No, I'm stumped. So while you guys are still trying to figure it out, I have another question for you guys. Kind of a little off topic of cigars. Where do you guys like to go for vacation? What's your favorite destination? All right, Don.
This is going to sound really silly because my standard line is, if it wasn't for the sun, the sand, and the salt water, the beach would be great. But I actually like going to a beach town, renting like a beach house, and sitting out on the porch and watching the water come in, and just something serene and peaceful that gets me, at my, I hate to say at my age because that makes me sound like I'm ancient and in my 50s, but I'm not going snow skiing. I'm not going. So somewhere that I can go be serene, even if it's in the mountains or in the, at a lake house or something that, something like that is ideal for me.
All right. How about you, JJ? Any destination? Any specific location?
I liked Colorado. We went there when I was a kid, a few times. I like that. My uncle lived just outside Denver. That place was pretty sweet, but just anywhere away from here is a lot of one of those things. I mean, I know my new favorite place.
Wonder where is your new favorite place?
Ybor City.
Ybor City, Tampa, Florida.
He's looking at timeshares.
Hey, I'm looking to be an over-the-road truck driver.
Uh-huh.
Sending that money home.
Destination Florida each time.
Yeah, just anywhere that me and the wife can just sit down, relax, and unwind. It's not so much about the destination, but just the quality time that we can get. So I mean, it can just be 50 miles up the road, but as long as we're having fun and relaxing, that's all good with me.
I hear you, man. How about you, PC?
Yeah, I kind of share the sentiments of Don and JJ. Anytime I can spend some quiet time away from the city or whatnot. So Gatlinburg is one of my favorites. I got a chance to go do a vacation up there around Christmas. But my main vacation, well, I've been on a few fishing trips. That was really enjoyable. But then I really like to hang out at the condos in Florida and just walk the beach early in the morning and just chill out late in the afternoon, walking the beach. And any kind of beach town, I'm with it. As long as I'm there, chilling, eating some good seafood. That's what I like, just for the experience.
Just for the experience.
Yes, sir.
So I think the three of us know what you're about to say, but go ahead, hit us.
No, you guys know exactly what I'm going to say. There's no secret where my favorite place is. And for those who don't know, it is what, gentlemen?
St. Augustine.
St. Augustine, Florida.
There it is. All in a nutshell. guys, I highly recommend if you've never been to St. Augustine, Florida, go online, check it out. It's the oldest city in the nation. It's a very historical landmark. Excuse me. I love I love everything about that city. I love the history. I love the beaches, and I'm not much of a beach person, for the most part, but I enjoy going there, relaxing. The food there, the seafood there, PCU actually love the food. I love the live music. I just love everything about it. It's the one place when we go out there, I turn my phone off. My
Mhm.
kids know not to call me because they're not gonna get me. But absolutely love St. Augustine. I mean, we try to go there, and we've gone there 4, 5, 6 times a year. That's how much we love it there.
Yeah.
It's about a 2.5, 3 hour ride for us, and I would love to buy something out there, so that we have something that we could go Airbnb it out or something like that. Hopefully, maybe in the future, near future, that could possibly happen. But guys, I'm saying, I spoke to you guys about that. I would love for all of us to get out there, bring the wives with us, and I
Yeah.
tell you, it would be a great experience. Because you know what, it's exactly what we all said. If you're looking for a place to relax and really do nothing,
Mhm.
it's the great place. And the atmosphere, like I said, everyone there is friendly, everyone says hello, and not most important, everyone says hello with all 5 fingers. You know, you know, I'm just saying, being living in the city, people have a tendency of giving you that one finger salute. You
Yeah,
know,
especially if you work for the city.
exactly, and I do so.
We'd just be out there doing stuff at the last employer, and I just get the bird. You're like, all right, thanks.
Yeah. Have a nice day too. Yeah.
What I do.
Yeah, you're there. You're breathing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Panda, Panda, you probably had this experience too, because and I don't know about PC and JJ, but you come from the Upper East Coast and you moved down to Florida. We used to go back. That used to be our vacation every year. Was to go. I'm from Philadelphia originally. We used to go back up there for vacation every year because we wanted to see relatives and all that kind of stuff. The problem with those kind of vacations is you're scheduled from the time you land to the time you get back on the plane. You're scheduled, and to me, man, just that unscheduled, and that's why for me, another one of my happy places is my deer camp. Like there's no electricity, there's no running water. We have a generator. The only electricity we get is from a generator, and up until recently, cell phones didn't work out there, and it just is that place to go unplug and I find myself, I make fun of my children and everything because they always got their phone right here, but I find myself that way sometimes now too, especially with, we've all gotten into social media and TikTok and all that kind of stuff with this venture that we're doing here. And so we want to see what everybody's kind of doing and what the trends are and all that kind of stuff. But I find myself getting up there with my high school buddies, and there's no, we put the phone in the room and sit around the table and I've introduced these guys to smoking cigars, and we'll have a stick and a glass of bourbon or something or whatever they drink, a beer, and just enjoy humanity, just each other, and the same thing with the family. If we go to the mountains or to the lake house or to the a beach house, just something we can all be together, and there's no schedule. I'm scared. We all work for a living. We're all scheduled every day. Like
Yeah.
Just give me something where I don't have to wake up at 7 a.m. I'm going to because I'm old, but I don't have to, and I don't have to be at X place at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Well, you all know
and-
early.
Yeah, reveille. But see that's if now that was a retreat. Now if you're just vacating, I'm gonna tell you, know the people that you're going on vacation with, because you get along with them in your hometown doesn't mean that you're gonna always mesh when it's time to vacate, because what's hence the word vacation. It's to get away. It's to stop the hustle and bustle. It's no, are you fixing breakfast? Who's fixing breakfast? I don't care. Go in there and eat you some cereal. you
Yeah.
know,
Somebody's
But
on
you know
on the neck.
what are we doing today? I'm chilling.
No, I'm the
I'm chilling.
designated cook, man. I'm the breakfast guy, man.
No, no,
And
no. I get that.
even our trip that we took to Tampa, the only thing that we really had super scheduled was the JC Newman tour. Other than that, we got, hey, you guys want to go check out this lounge? Yeah, let's go. Let's roll. You know.
I
And,
absolutely loved that JC Newman. That was such a good experience for me.
Oh, what? You heard that, PC? The what?
The
The what?
experience.
The experience.
The experience, not the experience, but the experience. Oh man,
I loved that tour.
Yeah, that was a beautiful, beautiful tour, man.
yeah, we definitely got to talk about what, where, and when we're gonna do our next retreat.
Yeah.
You know, and definitely, you know, I would love for us to get together, even bring the mistresses with us.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I say St. Augustine. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey.
I know it's another trip back to Florida, but I'm telling you, it's worth. PC, you could drive down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna swing. I'm gonna swing through Ybor City and come on up there.
Oh man, look at you. Listen, I told you guys, man, and mind you, we hit a good chunk of the list that I created, but there's so many other lounges out there and food spots. Because mind you, we really didn't hit all the food spots. You know, I want a PC and I got to hit that sports bar on the last day, and I'm gonna tell you guys, I what is it, Hendrix?
Yeah, right there downtown. Yeah,
That let me tell you, that the food there was good.
it was delicious.
The food there was good.
Great service.
The
Yeah,
Puerto
man.
Rican place?
Oh, at Palcampo, yeah, the Puerto Rican spot was.
And
Yeah.
just seeing the how they did everything and how authentic it was and how they acted, the history and it was just the happy birthdays. It was just the crowd, the energy. It was just an awesome place.
Yeah, PC almost got hit with the chancleta. Ordering
Yeah.
black beans in a Puerto Rican
Yeah,
restaurant.
just don't order the black beans
That's
because the experience is not worth it.
that lady looked at him like he had three heads.
You don't even understand, man. That was the most hilarious, man. She goes, like, man, you don't know where you at. I was like, PC, brother, we don't do black beans, man. We do red beans or pigeon peas, man. Arroz con habichuela or red beans, man. That's it. That's too funny. Listen, Orlando's another spot that has a bunch of great Puerto Rican restaurants. You know that we could hit Orlando. You know, hit Coronas. You know, one time and you know we could spend one night in Orlando and then go spend the rest of the nights in Tampa. I mean, listen, there's a bunch of places we could go. It doesn't have to be just Florida because I told you guys I want to hit this guy's spot. I want to go to Atlanta. I want to go to Georgia. You know, there's a couple of lounges that I definitely want to hit in Georgia. And Texas is another spot. I mean, like I said, there's a bunch of spots. You know, I would love to be able to head out to Texas and head out to Georgia and all these places. Even go hit El Guapos, you know what I mean?
Hey, I'm telling you what, it's a tiny little place, but it's cozy.
Listen, I just want to go there for what?
The experience.
The experience.
The
That's it, man. That's all.
That's it.
And I'll be honest with you, know who I would love to meet, man? I would love to meet your boy Dakota.
Dude, he's a good guy.
I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, that guy, he's always showing love on my social media, man. I would love to meet him, chop it up, and go grab some dinner, have some smokes. You know?
Oh yeah. I'm saying we can always sit like Oklahoma City. You know, I figured out it's a bustling cigar place down there. I got
Dude, there's an event going on in Oklahoma City. I meant to send it to you.
Yeah.
Who is it? West Tampa?
Yeah, that they had one
But-
in LD.
I know Oklahoma City's got something coming up soon.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Now
this is
that I know
September or October. I'm not sure which one.
That's
But
on
West Tampa had their event last week, right? What wasn't it last week, JJ, or the week before last?
the week before because I was like, man, I'd love to go to this because it's on like the 8th. And you guys like, that's tomorrow. I'm like,
Oh, that's right. He's like, well, I ain't going.
I'm gonna get sick real quick.
Oh man. All right, guys. So last guess. Any guesses before Don reveals what the heck we've been smoking for the last hour?
I gotta ask you, how You said that the owner is well known or not so well known.
Probably not so well known. He's got a
So-
pretty decent TikTok channel.
So the brand is not so well known as well, correct?
Probably not so well known. I'm sure if he's watching this, he would like it to be much more well known. And I hope. My feeling, I love this cigar. That's why I sent it to you guys. So
Santiago cigars.
negative.
I'm
I'm
telling
like
you,
over 99 done right now. What the
This-
heck?
because I only said CLE. But what's crazy is there's a lot of cigars that we don't think are boutique that are even in the ultra boutique. They're big brands that are still boutique.
True. Remember, a million cigars a year.
Mhm.
Or should I say less than a million is what makes you a boutique cigar.
Yeah.
All right, so definitely JFR.
Yep.
Oscar. No.
LFD,
No.
because I know they make a lot of this Salomon. A lot.
Well, they do a lot of the limited editions.
Mm-hmm.
You said TikTok. So it wouldn't be LDB, would it?
So this guy has this line of cigars, and there's 2 or 3 in this line. He also has a line of cigars that he named after his children.
Mm. Mm.
That are also very good.
You mentioned that guy before. I heard that. Mm.
Listen, I'm stumped. I throw in my flag.
Hey man, let that cat out the bag.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this?
No, we're not ready, Don. They ain't ready for it.
You ain't ready.
ready.
You ain't- The cigar you've been smoking for the last hour is the Anebis Tobacco Jekyll and Hyde.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
The Jekyll and Hyde. So, in speaking with the owner, he named it the Jekyll and Hyde because of the transitions, and it was such a different cigar from start to finish that you didn't know what you were getting, Jekyll or Hyde. He is personally, I believe, in the what's just below Tampa. Is it Fort Myers? What's just south of Tampa?
The Fort Myers definitely, but you have all sorts of stuff that's south.
When I looked it up, it was about 40 miles south of Tampa.
So is it the town that your wife is from, Jay?
Bradenton.
No, it's a well-known city. I think it was Fort Myers, but I could be wrong about that. He does have a brick and mortar up on the Jersey Shore called the Cigar Emporium. John is a super guy, man. I've talked to him several times, and he actually told me he wanted to see this video whether we liked his cigar or not, because he wants to know if somebody doesn't like the cigar, he wants to know why. And so that garnered a lot of respect from me, So
You know what? I've been on this website before.
I'm there with you.
Bianca,
Yeah.
the Ark, the Monk.
yep.
I've been on here before.
So that Bianca and the monk and all that's named after his kids.
Awesome.
The angel, the monk, and the Bianca are named after his kids. This line he has the Jekyll and Hyde and the Gatsby, and he has a new line out too. I forget the name of it.
A photo.
Yes. And so
All right.
yeah, super nice guy. Matter of fact,
Melee.
I did a review on TikTok of this cigar way back when, and I actually set it to private because I thought you guys would go back and search my videos, so I set it to private. But
Hey, well done. Well
but,
done. man. It's a great cigar.
when I did that review, he actually responded. Yep, he actually responded and said, "Please call me." And so I was like, "No way!" And so I called him. We talked for probably 40 minutes. He told me his journey and that kind of stuff. It really, really cool story, and really, really nice guy. And I love the fact that you guys like the cigar, and
Oh, yeah.
I was hoping you would,
Listen,
And-
it's so. I've not seen anything in a while. You know, I mean, I don't know why, but you know what? I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I'm a fan, and I'll tell you what. I'm also going to see if I could order some more.
Yep. So
You
the
know,
story behind
yeah.
the no bullshit cigar company. So the name is Enebes, Enebes. So he said he named a cigar company, and I can't remember the actual name of it, but it was a very Central American Hispanic type name for a cigar company. And he was talking to one of his mentors, and his mentor told him, if you show up with that cigar name, because he's a ultra Caucasian guy from New Jersey, he said, if you show up with that cigar name, you are going to get roasted. and so he said, yeah, okay. So and so his motto was, I want a cigar out there that's just no bullshit, no BS. And so he said on the way home from that interview, he started going, no BS, no BS. So if you think of the name, it's NBS with an E between each letter, Enebes.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
well, you know what? What's his name?
John.
John.
Well, John, I'm gonna tell you right now, the Panda's a fan,
Yes, sir.
and I'm putting it out there. I would love to have you on our podcast.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
I'm putting
Absolutely.
it out there, so hopefully, when you watch this, you know you enjoy about all the all the mistakes and different identities that we. But you know what? It says what you have is legit. You know,
Well,
I
I'm,
would definitely be recommending your cigars to some of my people.
So I also
Hey.
sent you guys a cigar with the Leaf and Ash podcast wrapper on it.
mhm.
That is the Gatsby.
Okay.
So
Well, I'll say this. Let's do a quick round real quick. Let's go around real quick and tell me what notes you think you got out of the stick. And I think I got 3, maybe 4 notes out of it. So let's go around real quick. How about you, JJ? You started off.
Well, definitely the hay at the beginning.
Mhm.
There was definitely the hay at the beginning. I think I'm pulling out. I know it's a woodiness, but I don't know if it's like an oakiness or maybe a cedar, but definitely some. But like on my tongue and the roof of my mouth, I get like a. It's not like it's like a creaminess, like it's like a silkiness almost. I don't know if that sounds right, but like as I run my tongue through the roof of my mouth, it feels real silky. The smoke feels it's like a silky property to the smoke. Like I said, all around, there's no bullshit in this cigar, and I am definitely a fan. And thank you, Don, for setting us up.
Okay, Panda.
Well, see, I didn't get the hay like you guys said. To me, it's more earthiness. I got the earthiness. What it does on the dry pull, instantly the minute I lit it up, pepper came right through. You know,
Mhm.
like I said, I tasted more some nuttiness. Like I said, like an almond or a cashew, something like that. Um, you know, maybe a dark chocolate for the bitterness, but definitely the pepper to me is been through. I like the different phases of it. I do taste the earthiness and, like I said, the notes of it. And I understand what you were saying in regards to the orange peel or that type of, you know, that it does
That's it.
come through a little bit. But yeah, those to me the peppermint, and now that I'm at the end, it's really spicy, which is exactly what I like. You know,
Right.
so yeah, those are definitely the notes that I got.
Okay.
So
Don.
so they have what's called a big boy pack on their website, and you get a Jekyll and Hyde, you get a Gatsby, and then you get each of the 3, the Monk, the Bianca, and the I can't remember the Angel, the 3 that and they're all this Salomon kind of size. He also, I think he has a Toro size as well on all of these cigars, but so I got when I first. I'll tell you what. I'm probably out there, but when I first did the dry pull on the cigar, it reminded me of evergreen, like a Christmas tree almost kind of taste. But I did not get that in any of the smoking of the cigar. Just on the dry pull. I got the pepper at the very beginning, transitioned into that kind of that nuttiness that we talked about. Maybe a slight coffee kind of taste in the middle there, and at the end I'm getting a lot more spice and a lot more, and that pepper comes back in pretty heavy. So that's what I get out of it. This is about the third or fourth of these that I've smoked, and I've enjoyed every single one of them. I'm a fan of this cigar, and I wanted to share it with you guys.
Listen, thank you. And you said these are $12 pretty much a stick?
Yeah, it was 5-pack was $60, so it's $12 a stick.
Yeah, you know what? It's definitely worth every dollar. You know?
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, on the dry pull, I got the hay and a little bit of that chocolate. But when I lit it up, I most definitely got the hay. Then we got that orange peel or that zestiness, and around the second, third, I hit that pepper just a little bit. It wasn't too spicy. It was just enough. And in the third, just to start the third, I got that earthiness, that woody taste, and now I'm just enjoying the pepper in this bad boy. So it's a great stick. I can deal with it. I love it.
As a Salomon, the best rollers of the group are who roll those.
Mhm.
And the fact that I haven't touched this cigar up one bit,
Me neither.
I got this much left. It just goes to show you the overall quality and craftsmanship that they have, and I respect that, because that's a hard cigar to roll, and it's burnt beautifully.
Yeah, the construction on it is actually, you're right. I have not touched it up not once. Like I said, this is something that, John, like I said, if you ever have time for us, we would love to have you on. I'm putting it out there. But yeah, guys, well, another episode. This one was good. This one I enjoyed. I ain't gonna lie, guys.
I had a lot of fun.
It was Don. I greatly appreciate it. It was great.
Appreciate you, Don.
Great adventure.
Now I can't wait till you all get those Candela Cubas I sent.
Where's that
Womp womp.
Well, I don't know about that, but I got one of these.
There you go.
There it is.
Well, guys, that's another episode down. Guys, once again, if you guys like what we do, please give us a shout out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, share it, hit that notification bell, hit that all. So every time we post something, you guys know that we got another episode on. If there's anything you guys want us to talk about, by all means, let us know. If one of you guys want to even chop it up with us, let us know. We may consider having somebody else that just enjoys smoking. We could just chop it like we did today. JJ, where can they find us?
iHeartRadio, Podbean, Amazon Music, YouTube, and Spotify. We all have our own Instagrams. And the old PC, what's your Instagram handle, buddy?
That's P Caldwell 23 on Instagram, buddy.
What about you, Don?
Mine is Flyers Don, like the sports team of the Flyers. Flyers Don.
Or you, Panda?
Flyers. Let's go Rangers. But anyways, let's go Panthers. Yeah, I go back and forth. Well, guys, as you know, I'm on social media on TikTok, Instagram, and now on Facebook, all on the Cigar Panda or Cigar Panda 75, one or the other. I'm also on Spotify. Well, JJ, where you at?
Oh, man. I'm on TikTok under the Leaf and Ash podcast, but I'm building my other account, the Cigar Mutt, so I can go live and everything on that. I do have an Instagram. It's the Leaf and Ash podcast. And I do have a Facebook, but I just go by my name, Jeff Judd, on there. And like to post a little bit on there from time to time.
Well,
Hey, before we end, I just want to give a quick shout out to Black South LA, Guillermo. That guy, super supporter of ours. He always comments on every likes and and comments on every video we post. He's on every podcast. He's watching. Just want to give a quick shout out to him. Love you, brother. You know.
You know what? That's a good Black South LA, man. We definitely got love for you, brother.
Yes, sir. If you ever need anything from us, man, reach out to any one of us. You can do that.
Because if we were live right now, he'd be right there in them comments.
Yes, sir.
Sure. And we can't ask for any more than that from a person.
Nope. Well, guys,
Much appreciated.
absolutely. On that note, guys, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Catch you out. Peace.
Peace.